show you the bracket to see the teams that are going to be competing today for your entertainment. And of course, they are going to compete for a sizable amount of money. First and foremost, so let's go over these rosters. So you got Nova Esports versus Gene Gaming, followed by Fear and Strike Zone. Then you have Xset versus Team Vio, and then Tribe, a team that a lot of people are familiar with, going up against Truly OP. Those are your quarterfinals matches in the upper bracket. But don't fret, you heard that word, upper bracket, because this is a double elimination bracket. So the teams, as they lose their matches, will get another chance to compete for the title of the North American Regional Champion, as they will take a trip through the lower bracket and make their way to that lower final. So a lot on the line once again for these players here, and so much more as well. You know, it's the money, the pride, the prestige. Bobby, we've seen incredible growth in the Call of Duty mobile community. You've been a huge part of that. You and so many of the other for a lot of money here, $50,000 total. First place is going to walk away with $15,000. And, you know, look, Maeve, we've been doing this for a long time. This is huge money for the mobile gaming community.
Yeah, especially with, you know, where it is. It's growing right now. And yes, people play for the game. They play for the love. They play for the passion. They play for the competition. Yes, but you play for the bag. There's a big amount of money on the line. It can help develop these players. You know, it's tough. I saw, I think we were looking through some graphics before the show, that I saw a lot of players that were in school at the time trying to compete. You know, maybe it's because not the point yet where they can make a full-time living of it, but as the prize pool's getting
incredible,
bigger.
and these players are incredible as well. Let's go over the order of the matches that you guys are going to be watching here today on the broadcast. We got a few quarterfinal matches to get through here. So the first one that we're going to be kicking things off with is Nova Esports versus Gene Gaming. While that's going on, you'll have Fear versus Strike Zone, and then you'll have two matches going on at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. That is Xset versus Team Vio, and then Tribe versus Truly OP. Those games, once again, will be taking place at the same time. So the good news is that we're going to be jumping back and forth between those first set of games and then the second set of games. So this matchup progressing here in a moment. Maven, what I love about this is that we are seeing tried and true maps in the history of Call of Duty, as well as tried and true game modes, hardpoint, domination, search and destroy, playing a factor here. But we're also getting some new looks too. We're going to be kicking things off with standoff, hardpoint, then meltdown, search and destroy, followed by firing range, domination, and then if necessary, we're going to go to something a little bit different for any veteran Call of Duty fans that have been
like a 2 to 3 gun meta. You know, you don't see shotguns or LMGs. Like, yeah, like you said, gloves are off. You're going to see everything here, and I'm excited. Like, Bobby's going to be my expert. He's so familiar with these players, and, you know, he's a beast on Call of Duty Mobile, but this is going to be a lot of fun, and excited to see how it's all going to play out. But who do you got favored in this one, though? Is it Nova?
Oh, yeah, definitely got to go with Nova just because of how much experience they have. It does look like we've got a crazy variety of guns. I think just about every player right now using a different gun, and off the hard point looks pretty heavily contested, so hopefully we'll have a good one for ourselves right here.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in my casting career outside of maybe like an all-star weekend where the players have to use different stuff. Like, this is gonna be nutty, and I'm excited to see it. But Code, this guy you were gassing up, he said he's a monster and he's gonna have Shoddy out. But one thing that surprised me, it's just like, I guess I've never been like super good at mobile games, so I haven't played them a lot, is just I guess how fluid they are. It's insane to me, just like how far it's come, the movement of these guys, the way they can aim. They're nutty, man.
Yeah, definitely the movement is one of the things that playing on phone I've never quite been able to master, and seeing the way that these guys do it is absolutely crazy. And it's actually Gene Gaming off to a really good start right here, a 30-point lead, and it looks like in the kill department they are racking them up as well. They've got control of that, or actually Nova takes control, but staying pretty contested all the way through. This might be a more competitive matchup than I had anticipated off the start.
Yeah, so far, so good for Gene, but the break will come in through second story. Over to God's Disciple. He'll try to break the backside. Nobody in the hard point for now, but as you said, a solid lead, and it's a little bit different for me because I'm used to what hardpoint being to 250. You see some crazy comebacks, some big swings, but with this being a lower point score total and all of the streaks that are in play, is there a little bit more of a snowball element in some ways to this? Like, you get ahead and you can really bury somebody?
Yeah, there's definitely a really big snowball element, especially because persistence is not banned in competitive plays. So a lot of these players, sometimes something that we'll see is they'll just play for kills early on. They won't worry too much about rotations. Obviously, they want to try to get some time on the hill, but the more you can stack that kills, the more the score streaks start to load up, and we'll definitely start to see some Goliaths and probably some cluster strikes come in the further that we get, as I believe God's Disciple actually Molotovs himself on the top of the hard point right there.
Yeah, I was watching the EU regional and just seeing how many players were holding on to their operators, holding on to streaks for like the very final moments of the game to try to get that big break, that big hold. But now Nova's starting to make a little bit of run. If they can hold on to all this time, they're right back into it, but they need to get some kind of momentum going. Desi just trying to work both windows as everybody's trying to flood in.
Yeah, they've been able to hold this pretty easily for a while right now, so a lot of times we'll see these teams, especially the people that are favored to win, struggle off the start, but most of the time they'll be able to find a rhythm later on in the game that allows them to make up some of that lost time, and just like that, we do see try to get the break right here. Actually, Potatoes a little bit, but turns, gets the shot into the corner. 10 kills on the board for him. Unfortunately, not using persistence, but pretty close to getting the UAV up, and hasn't even used his operator yet, so that's going to be big off the start for Gene Gaming.
I'll never forget, man, that first time we played together when we had that COD Mobile tournament a few months back, and you know, we played some ranked, and I was starting to get the feel of it. My shot was feeling pretty good. And then someone like slide cancel bunny hop me around a corner. I was like, all right, people are nuts. Like,
yeah,
it's insane to me the level of talent that these guys have. But lead up to 91 to 59 now. A little bit of a split screen as we'll take a look at both sides of these squads. They try to keep rolling.
Yeah, I believe on the other screen we've got SZ versus... Oh, and we're actually banging for the other game. Vitaly holding down the hard point. He's actually got a sentry gun ready to go. In a game of hard point, that can be a big game changer, but the quick retake on the hard point.
That was a blowout on the other side. It was like 120 or something. I glanced at it for just a second, but
I couldn't quite see it, but it definitely looked like... I was expecting that to be one of the closer matchups of the day, but to see that being a blowout off the start could mean good things for whoever comes out on top in that one. Once again, we got Gene Gaming retaking control of the hard point. They've been much better than I expected for them to be. Looks like more consistent across the board, with God's Disciple the only one not quite up to double digits yet. So they could be an upset taker in the end of the Stage 4 championships.
You seem to be really hyped about Nova. Do they have a particular mode that they've been really dominant in? Like a great search team, great respawn? Is there anything that stood out for them for you?
For me, they've typically been best in respawns, and especially in hardpoint. As I suspected, Saxy's been really good for them, but Decipher, I would say, not quite playing up to what he's capable of. As you can see, Vitaly's having a great game as well with 17 on the board, and he is one of those persistence users, so that's one of those cases you'll see where the people using persistence, the effect really does start to snowball as those score streaks start to get bigger and bigger, but we do have Nova get a little time on the hill, but still staying pretty even all the way through.
Yeah, I think they pulled out the Annihilator there to try and break in. Louis was able to get 3 or so kills. That's going to keep him in the game. But this next rotation is going to be absolutely massive over to Saxy. He'll be shotting out, smoke out, just trying to find an angle. And this hard point could define it. They've got stacked inside. They're able to win a gunfight in the back. 4 through on the kill feed for Nova. If the comeback's going to happen, it's going to happen now.
I mean, their map control right now is absolutely ridiculous. What looked like it was going to be an easy win for Gene Gaming, they've managed to turn this one around pretty quickly. They got a sentry gun down on the hard point as well, so they're looking like they're set up pretty well to be able to turn this one back, especially with the operators coming out.
He snapped it and shot a sentry gun. But yeah, no, that's like the worst time to die, right? Like on rotation, there's been 4, I think, went down for Gene Gaming. Nova got in. They've got all the map position in the world. They've got the streaks out. They've got bottom locked down, top locked down by Desi. Nice pick up through the window.
Goliath.
Just the one more kill from Shunley, and that closed it out. The comeback comes in through the final hard point, and for me, yeah, I believe it was 4 kills they got on rotation at the point, and they were going to rip off every single. They bring it back. They were down to what, 50 to 60, something in that ballpark early in the game. But as you said, I experienced a lot in the CDL side of stuff. The top dog sometimes, whether you come in over, but you can just be so snappy with it. I've watched some of your YouTube videos. I know you got the snipe on point. What do you think it is about playing on mobile that makes sniping so powerful?
I think partially just the controls of sniping on mobile, it just feels really fluid, especially whenever you have release to shoot. It feels so easy to do even when you don't have a ton of experience. When I play on phone, I feel like sniping is the one thing that I actually have a little bit of an advantage in. And obviously on Search and Destroy, we'll see those snipers playing a much bigger role. We got Vitali with the Locust out over on the side of Nova. Typically in Search and Destroy on Meltdown, whether or not you have a strong sniper will determine whether you go to A or B. So if we see really strong snipers, then most of the time we'll see them over on the B site just because that sniper's nest will allow them to take control, and we do see them pushing over toward that side. If they're able to pick up another kill right here, that could make this push 10 times easier.
All right, well, the push is starting to develop. It's going to be the 5-man hit. Utility out as they look to get set up. Trying to see where the swarm is going to come in. We've only got 49 seconds on the clock. Oh, look at this little view. That's awesome. We didn't have these features back in Black Ops 2. I'll tell you that much.
Nice little sky view of the... I like to call A site the pizza slice just because it's chopped up nice and evenly with those little grooves in the ground. See if you can take a bite out of it right here. Scott's Disciple.
Well, now I'm ordering pizza tonight. Thanks for that, Bobby. Appreciate that. I haven't eaten yet today, and now I want to eat an entire pepperoni.
I'm glad to do you a service. Whoa, flashbang. And it looks like Nova's going to be able to clear that one out, take control pretty easily right there, and they're going to go ahead, hop on to the, or be able to clear that out and Decipher with 3 kills on the board already. Looking pretty good off the start. I'm expecting they'll probably have a similar push, but it actually looks like they're going to descend a full send over to B, trusting in Vitali's snipes, and it is wide open right now.
Yeah. You take a look at all the blue highlighted names. They are over towards the A site. This is going to be a very fast plant down. All the pressure going to be over to Gene.
The bomb has been planted.
The plant in. Now we'll see how they rotate this and opt to retake, and we'll take a look at the minimap to see how the hold gets set up as well. Looks like everyone's going to push back towards their spawn for the most part.
Honestly, I like this move from Gene because typically most of the time it feels like teams will tend to go toward the opposite spawn. We come back to the action right here, and it is 4 players pushing that same site. Smoke's going in with the nades. It is about to be absolute chaos.
Molly's out, Smoke's out. Here we go. One gonna get dropped from Nova. Shot gonna be on point for Code. The pick's coming in. Only 7 seconds remaining on the clock. Last guy alive will be Chun-Li. No time to get to defuse.
Yep, Nova, whoever had that chopper did a fantastic job of playing time right there. Saxy, typically a shotgun player, but with a lot of longer angles on this Meltdown map. Typically, the LMG will help you out a little bit, and circling back around to pick up the bomb. Got to make sure you get that. It looks like they're going to have a wide open B site once again, which is a little surprising to see given that it worked so well for them last time, but right now, Gene Gaming just giving them the free bomb plants, and they will continue to take it time after time.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can go straight to a site and get the bomb down instantly, you're in a pretty good spot. All the pressure on the defense for the retake in there. I mean, by time, even though it was a pretty fast retake, by time they're trying to clear it out, there's not enough time to get the defuse in. So, great work. It's a fast plant again.
Smokes, utility, everything going out at one time, and looks like we're about to have more chaos ensuing. Decipher holding down the generators right there, and the clash begins.
Nice movement. Gets the assist through.
Last man standing.
Gonna have to try and hop it. There's only 1 player left. Teammates have the cover. Should be good to get the defuse. And there it is through. First round on the board for Gene Gaming. A much needed one considering how the first couple of rounds went. But yeah, it's crazy some of the retakes. Like, it's just how, I mean, yes, we have smoke grenades in the CDL and stuff. I mean, there's been some games where they've been limited in how many players can use, but it is just utility chaos at times. It's like, who's able to, I guess, hold on to any late round utility? Who can make the play through?
Frog out.
But yeah, chaos, the word you use, it absolutely is.
It looks like Gene Gaming is pretty content to just give up the free bomb plant every time. It seems like they're
Just work the
very
retake,
much
yeah.
convinced that it's going to be an A plant, and it's once again Nova taking the free B plant right there. I think right now they're just trying to stick to their strategies. We're not seeing any type of variation right there, so they're kind of sticking to their guns, trusting that their practice is going to come through. We'll see if they can make it happen 2 rounds in a row.
Well, it's a 3 versus 3 now, 20 seconds on the clock. They're on the defuse, though. They're able to get it through. They hop it, I believe, behind a smoke. They get back-to-back rounds and tie it up 2-2. And yeah, maybe it's just one of those things where, like, their first retake where they give up the site, they knew they made a small misplay. They thought they had a better chance to retake it. They thought they could adapt to something they saw from Nova. And, well, they're able to get it done. The defuse comes in. Nice play from Jim.
I'm not really sure what's happening for Nova right there. They had 3 players on the site and didn't have anybody to contest. So I don't know if that was lack of awareness of entry points to the bomb site or what it was, but that's actually a little bit surprising rounds for Gene Gaming, especially given how easy it was for them to get the plant down. So they seem to be, even though it doesn't really look like a very traditional approach, is definitely working. We can see over on the other screen, Strike Zone up 5-0, and if they can win the 1v1, that'll be a clean sweep for them in Search and Destroy.
Well, that'll be a fast search. Ours looks to be, our main match we're watching looks to be a little bit more of a battle for this quarterfinal. Yeah, I assumed it was a smoke because you're right. They had players near the site. But no quick plant. Going to be down this time. Now comes the push. The reach out not going to work out. The trade is there, though, instantly for Nova.
I'm down. Need backup.
But the defense still standing strong around the bomb site. Only 2 players remaining for Nova as they get caught. We'll see how they try to back out and replay
Contact
this.
with enemy.
We do have Strike Zone getting the bomb plant down, taking shots onto the last remaining player. He's going to have to reload, and it does look like we will have the opposing team staying alive a little bit longer, as they're going to be able to get the defuse, push it to 1. Still 5 players alive as Nova picks up the kill to push it to 2v1, make it a 2v1 as Vitali and AY now on the bomb site. They will need to get the plant or the frag. We'll find Chun-Li over the head glitch and get the easy frag, and that'll give Nova the lead 3-2.
I thought he was just peeking it to see if they were getting the bomb down, but he got caught. I think he was trying to dip behind the wall. I mean, that was a very, not an easy 1v2, but a winnable 1v2 if he can catch him on the bomb or at least get information. Just couldn't get the peek and get away. But Nova now back out front. Attack over to Gene. So we'll hop out to the sky cam and take a look at where the setup is going to go. They've got the defense here, but they do have the numbers. There is 1 player near mid-map. 2 instantly going to get caught, I believe, behind utility. 2 are going to drop. Gene Gaming is getting shredded. All 5 dead in what felt like 5 seconds.
I mean, that was just absolute domination. I thought maybe Gene would have the strats to be able to counter. That was the first round on the offensive side that we saw from them. So we're going to see a very much different approach right here as we see them now full sending over toward the B site. I would definitely expect them to play a little bit slower off the start, given that the aggressive approach definitely did not go their way, and seems like they are playing a tad bit more passive right here. They're able to get 2 frags off the start, or actually a trade off the start, so pretty even, no significant map control is there.
Who's all the way behind? Who got all the way behind?
I think Lewis playing back in
They
spawn.
have someone deep on their flank. I don't think he's been spotted. He should have a freebie. Oh, well, nope. I don't know if he got horrible timing or if that's a great read from Piano, but yeah, when we popped out to the map, like someone is all the way on their flank.
Actually, yeah, that was the flank. He was on the defensive side and went all the way around the entire map to get or attempt to get the frag, but it backfired.
Yeah, well, on the mini map, it looked like freebies, but yeah, I don't know if it was just unfortunate timing or a great spot from Piano, but he gets the kill. That'll give them man advantage now, 3 versus 2. Bomb to get planted. We'll see if Nova can get it done on the 2v3 retake. It'll be Vitali and Saxy trying to get it done. We'll go over to Vitali. He's got eyes on 1 at least, but he's going to give up his position there with the shots, and that'll rotate everybody back from Gene Gaming to get stacked around the site.
Yeah, we do have Vitali taking shots, trying to watch that bomb site, but with 3 players on top of him, it's not going to be easy. Hopefully, Saxy can give him some help right there to take shots over the top, but just barely missed the last one. That'll be Gene Gaming taking that one and putting us at 3-4. It looks like there's a good chance we could go to around 11. These teams seem pretty evenly matched. CODM has been really big for Gene so far, and it looks like the story for Nova has just been consistency. Is everybody in that 6 to 7 kill range?
Yeah, I mean, he gets a kill on the flank. That round likely goes a whole lot differently, as that'll turn more heads and turn it into a mess for their setup, but he gets caught. Now back to the 5v5 early in the round. And it looks like a little bit more of a passive offense. They're taking it slow, maybe seeing if they can get a pick or maybe some over-aggression. It might be the fact that, you know, last time around, Nova pushed through the flank. They're thinking we can catch somebody pushing, get the first blood, get the man advantage early in the round, but that's not going to be the game plan from Nova, at least at this point. So now you've gotten, what, 40 seconds milked off the clock. And we've got Piano on your screen.
They have the bomb.
Xperia in his hand, ready to rock, ready to fry, and his kill in the last round to pick up the flanker was the big one.
Yeah, I think a big factor in why we're seeing Gene play so passive right here is it seems they don't really have any snipers that they can trust to hold over that B bomb site. We're going to see them going that way anyway, and I think with the smokes going out, they'll probably be able to get the bomb down right here, but it'll also be more difficult to defend, especially if Vitaly is able to get to one of those sniper nests. With the bomb going down, they are down a man right here, but now going to be able to play the flank angles and see whether or not they can keep Nova off that bomb site.
I'm down. Need backup.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, he's in a 1v5. As they got the plant, then got incinerated off the site, and that was a big round. That gives a 2-round edge over to Nova, 1 round away from taking a 2-0 edge in this best of 5. And yeah, you hope that you get a cleaner hold once the plant gets through, but great break in from Nova.
I don't think they really sent anybody over toward the Nova spawns. I think that was a big reason why they had such a difficult time holding there. I think had they had someone up in that sniper's nest to potentially try to hold angles, it could have been a very different story. Vitaly's not able to hit the initial shot right there, so they're able to retake control of the B side once again. Surprised.
The bomb has been planted.
A lot of pressure on for Vitaly to try to get that first pick to make this push a little bit easier, as they do lose a player as well.
Well, Gene got the pick. They got the 5v4. And they play the numbers. It's going to be hard for Nova to get an opening man down. They're going to lose another as well. They get a 3v4. Vitaly's POV. He's trying to make the play. It is a mess. Goes for the quick scope. Not quite able to hit it. Down to just 2 players. 2v3. It's A and Desi trying to clutch up, trying to get the free fire as the challenge comes through. Not going to be able to do it. A going to be last alive. 3 seconds on the clock.
Nice work.
Just not enough time. 4th round. Over to Gene. They stay alive in this game too.
Yeah, I love how tight these teams are staying right now. Given that Overtaked is still down at 1 kill, a little bit surprising to see that Gene is in this game, but CODM doing his best to carry the team. Once again, seeing them going with the B push. A little surprising to see Vitaly with the sniper over toward the sniper's nest, and he gets the first blood. That is huge for Nova, and this looking like a much more manageable round. The bomb will go down, but like we expected, those snipers playing a really big role off the start.
It's so unusual for me to see just the difference between this and like what I commentate, the fact that it's not alternating every round on sides. Like, I wonder how much that changes like your strategy and approach. Is it just, yeah, it's different than any search I've ever casted.
Definitely feels like there's more of a momentum inside of each side.
That makes sense.
So like, especially if somebody's absolutely dominating on the offensive side, they'll get a bunch of rounds in a row, but if somebody's getting absolutely shredded, it can turn around just like that whenever you do end up switching sides. We do have AY pushing the bomb site.
This could be it. This could be it if they're able to hop it. Gonna get on it. Just needs his teammate to pick up the kill. He's able to do it. The defuse through just in the nick of time. And Nova in the final hour once again get it done. They clutch up in map 1. They close map 2 out 6-4. And they've got a 2-0 commanding lead. But like, it's been tight, right? Like 6-4. It's a narrow margin of victory in the game 1. Gene's played them tough. Unfortunately, just not tough enough to get a map W yet.
Yeah, Gene's had some players that have played a really big role for them. They've had, in each game, somebody that popped off in a really big way.
That's like pub, KD. That shouldn't be happening in a tournament. Granted, it can happen through one series. Now, whether or not you can keep that going through a whole tournament, time will tell. But over to the map 3. between Gene and Nova. Nova going to be up 2-0, looking to shut it down just like Strike Zone did.
Contact with enemy.
As he tries to lock down trailer, a little bit of team help right out to B. It's going to be an early hop from Gene. They're just trying to get on it, but with the trailer control through for Nova, going to be so difficult. But nice little slide out from Louis. It guns him off the truck as well. Some big plays here out of Nova early.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that Louis was able to win that gunfight. He had the disadvantage of being off the head glitch and everything, but just beautiful movement coming in from him. AY on the hard point, able to land a frag, and we see the early double cap coming in for Nova Esports. They actually had a triple cap for a second right there, but Saxy with that chopper and top of wood is going to be causing absolute havoc for Gene. They're going to need to get him out of there in order to be able to retake map control, because he's going to be able to laser people out of tin as well as trailer. And if they're able to get a player up into that tower area, who knows what Nova's going to be able to do right here.
And we were kind of talking during the break, but you were saying, you know, having an LMG in this type of position, this map is so good because you can just basically wall bang everything.
Yeah, I mean, we see him doing it right there. 4 kills on the board already. They got that tower control. We do see a little bit of progress on the A flag, but AY, oh my gosh, absolute lasers coming in from him.
Quality beams, you love to see it. And making the play now. Just looking to reposition, get different eyes onto the point.
Enemy inside.
Calls coming in from his teammates, tries to track back, but Gunny up for Gene. They're able to take him down, but this is already an 18-point lead. Like, this has been magnificent as Louis comes in behind everybody and just drops him. That might be a very fast retake of B, and it is the individual bit of brilliance gets Nova back in control.
I mean, that was a fat feed for Nova, and then immediately afterwards we saw one for Gene, but Nova's just been able to hold map control so well. We got somebody up top inside 10. That's going to allow them to wipe off the B flag pretty quickly as well. So Piano looking to capitalize, does pick up a kill right there, but they're going to need to secure those control points if they're going to have a shot at closing this one out. Nova looking really good off the start.
Yeah, you can see the LMG there. Like, it looked great when he's, you know, top wood, looking to control it, but Annihilator was out for a second. We can hop back to that POV. I'd love to see if he's able to go off with the Annihilator out. We'll see if he can find any more kills, but it's actually going to run out. He at least was able to pick up one, hops onto the point, but drops instantly after as they were going for the 3 cap. But just 12 points away from closing out this first half is Nova. It's been calm. It's been comfortable. But what I was trying to say before I get distracted by the Annihilator is, like, when he has the LMG out, like, it looks really comfortable when you're like top wood, but when he was trying to maneuver around the map, you can just see the downside too. It's a bit clunky.
Yeah, it's definitely max usage whenever you're on top of a head glitch and don't have to worry about people in the surrounding area, but we do have Nova up 23 off the start, so looking a little bit more like the top seed like we expected them to. We got Vitali with a cluster strike, a Goliath ready to go. To have that ready at the beginning of the half could be really lethal for them, especially if they're able to get the B flag off the start. We see them pushing up pretty aggressively with the Cypher, the only one staying for the A cap. They'll definitely be trying to get some of those choke points, as we do see just an absolutely massive cluster of people inside trailer. But I think we are getting ready to hop into the Sony Xperia dial-in with Gene Gaming.
Losing Alpha. Enemy team.
Oh, Annihilator. Annihilator going to C.
He's super low.
Need.
So we got three on B. 3 on B.
There's one left. He's in trailer.
Got him.
Nice.
Go.
Enemy
Trailer.
Oh, one. Hold trailer. You guys low, bottom wood, man. 28, they're gonna spawn C. Get it.
Trailer.
Watch his C.
He's going C from trailer.
They got me.
I'm hurt.
One more. Got him.
Just finished capping A.
Oh, he left.
Okay, got one more.
Enemy has C.
In trailer still?
I'm holding A, so you guys can do
Enemy's
whatever the
access
hell
point
you want.
Goliath is
One guy
closing.
low trailer.
Enemy's access point Goliath is
On
landing.
tower.
I'm gonna take out that Goliath.
Friendly Predator missile inbound.
Oh, I love Goliath.
I have Annihilator for the Goliath anyway.
I got their guy out of top 10. Get a hold of the trailer so they spawn in
Bobby, they're bringing it back. The lead is narrowing 2-cap for Gene Gaming. You heard the comms. Anything that really stood out for you?
I mean, the comm where he said, "I've got A, go do whatever the heck you want." I think that was my favorite comm of that entire thing. But they've really been able to turn this one around. I guess the Sony Xperia dial-in is really their good luck charm right now, so we'll see if they can keep things going. It seems like since the dial-in has ended, the momentum has gone back to Nova Esports, so we might need to call it back in to give Gene Gaming a shot at winning this one.
And I think Gene called in that streak, but it got in right after they were able to capture the point. So 2-cap over to Nova. Now, can they hold? The lead as much as, what, 30 or so, now down to 12. Is Nova trying to seal the deal on this series? A little bit of finesse here from A, but the finesse is going to lead directly into a streak, and he's going to drop. Annihilator now out for Louis. Can he hit the shots? There's the Goliath up on the other side. Oh, he hits 2 shots. It is so weak. The wall bang comes through. Goliath is down. The Annihilator shot looking crisp. Oh! Little snap through the trailer as well. You love to see it.
Yeah, the Annihilator, the ultimate anti-Goliath. So typically we'll see players go up to the top of 10 right there, but just not doing anything, as I don't think he missed a single Annihilator shot in that entire streak, and even landed the wall bang through top 10. That is not an easy shot to hit. They're able to hold control, and now Gene Gaming's going to need a triple cap in order to turn this one around.
Yeah, I mean, that play could be the difference, right? Like, that Goliath comes out, they're able to retake B quickly. You know, you got yourself a game, but the Annihilator smokes it. They're able to hold on to the 2-cap control, tick by tick, second by second, looking to close out this game. And it's a pretty balanced effort. You've got like everybody on Nova between 14 and 19 kills. The squad pops off together, and that'll seal it. Nova, just like Strike Zone, get it done in a 3-0, but props to Gene as well. I mean, every single map was tight. You know, you have like a, 20, 30-point hard point, a 6-4 in the search and destroy. They make a valiant comeback there in the domination as well. So they had their moments. Nova just looked to be the better team.
Yeah, that was really great.